Okay, this one is kind of very, very baked into the language, which means people don't really recognize it as being an idiom. It's just kind of an expression, right? And the expression is, it just so happens, right? It just so happens. So it means it happened by coincidence, not by a plan. Okay. Um, so let's just take a look here. Okay. Uh, Used to describe something that occurs by chance. It just so happened that I know her son. Okay. So here's another real world example. So I used to work construction, and we would go uh, from the town where the company was all over the state, and we would do these jobs. It was a basement waterproofing company. And so one job, it just so happened to be near my hometown, even though it was probably 70 miles away. And so they put me on that job. And so we went there, and they said, well, that I would probably know how to get around there. And so we got to the job, we started to work on the place, and we were talking to the homeowner, and we the lady said that she was a teacher, and we started talking, and it just so happened that she was my seventh grade language arts teacher. Language arts is just sort of like a lot of reading, and um, you know, we read George Orwell book, the one that I talked to you about in a couple of videos. But so a lot of reading and talking about literature and stuff. Anyway, so it just so happened, right? It wasn't planned, right? It was just a coincidence. Here's another case. I used to work in a factory, and the quality control guy that I met and we started talking, it just so happened that he lived two doors away from my sister, and I had met him before, 10 years before. It was a really strange coincidence. The story gets even more strange, but I'll just save that. Um, or let's say you, you know, you happen to have, well, I met this family, and their battery was dead on their car, and it just so happened that I had these things called jumper cables in my car, and I gave them, gave them a jump, which means we connected our batteries. So it was just a coincidence. Um, okay, so let's just go into this, my favorite use of this.
Then you wouldn't be here warning me about Chet.
You. Knox, if it just so happens that I could care less about you.
Okay, and so she says, Knox, that's his name. It just so happens that I could care less about you. So he's been trying to win her heart and send her love letters and stuff like that, and bringing her flowers and stuff, and she's saying, it's nothing that you did, but I don't care about you, right? So all of this stuff of choosing between you and Chet, which is her current boyfriend, it doesn't matter, because by chance I don't like you.
Then you wouldn't be here warning me about Chet.
So basically what he's saying is, you are warning me that her current boyfriend is trying to, that he will want to fight him if he catches them together. Okay, so that's it just so happens it's one of my favorite uses of that expression. Okay. All right, so it just so happened. And then there's this expression baked in, which is something that I'll need to talk to you about in another video. Okay, so I will talk to you on the next idiom.